Absolutely, we heard it. And you can hear a little bit of the condescending tone and the feistiness in my responses and my interviews. And people are like, oh, she's such a biatch or whatever. But listen, Linda, we're spending millions. We've worked our entire lives. We've sacrificed a lot to get here. Like, until you go through this shit, you don't get an opinion and you don't understand. So as you mentioned, the critics, yeah, that those are kind of easier to dismiss, even though I want to fire back and like chew their head off. But from the competitors, like, I mean, we had people on the other teams that were counting points in Gainesville. I mean, we have a countdown to the championship for a reason. We all operate under the same rules. And, I heard even after we turned our stuff around and we won this championship that it doesn't count because, she sucked all year. And then we turn it around in the countdown and we come back and win the championship. I've been on both sides of that party, and it is what it is. But listening to what they have to say, I think it depicts people's character more than they realize. Because again, like Brittany said, it's easy to be positive and have fun when things are going well, but when the pendulum swings in the other direction and you start getting your what kicked in, their attitudes change. So it was definitely an interesting deal. And on the other side of that, it's also hard to not believe it at times when you're in the ditch and they're like, oh, she's washed up, she's a has-been, she's too old for this, blah, blah, blah. And you hear all this scuttlebutt. And, when we finally won in Bristol last summer, Kyle, one of my engine builders, he came up, he says, you do still have it, because he's another positive mental attitude guy that super believes in that stuff and listens to all of those podcasts and whatnot. So we joked about it, right? Like, it turns out you still do have it. So yeah, they talk their fair share and we do too. So it's just it comes with the territory, right? It's super competitive and we all want to win. We don't go to these racetracks to visit. We go to collect some hardware.